It's an interesting thing to come do a meditation. The months ahead, you go, oh, that'd be a great meditation. And you have all these ideas, and then the time comes to actually put the meditation together. You go, what the heck am I going to say? So, I offer you a meditation on loss, birds, bad drivers, and spirituality. First, recognizing the lyrics, sifting through the damage, never thought I'd come this far. Let the light in, my friends. Thank you for those lyrics this morning. Here we are together. A few days ago, I was thinking about remote controls, the kind like on my Apple TV. I had watched this movie, one of the foreign Oscar nominees, and in this film, there's this very moving moment about halfway through that is, just being honest with you, devastatingly sad. A young person commits suicide. And the second half of this film is so much searching and guilt and all of those things that come with that. It was also devastating, especially in comparison to what had come beforehand. Hope, promise. And to be honest, I was a wreck from it. The loss, regret, not knowing how to move on. So I finished the film, I wiped away my tears, and after I sat there a minute, I decided I could not be in that emotional space. So I started the movie over. And I watched only the first half, before the loss, before things went wrong. I wanted to see things as they were before. More importantly, I wanted to see the one who was lost, because they had to be alive again, as if seeing them could change the reality of the ending that awaited if I would only choose the resume option and not chose to stop. Alas, you cannot rewind in real life. There is no pause to prevent what is coming. Tomorrow I'll finish that movie again, and I'll be swept in those emotions and the reality that, yes, people are lost, that we sometimes fail and we fail those around us. My gosh, this weight of life can be so much sometimes. So a few days before that, I was thinking about this space, like a lot of us have been. I'm going on public record now, so please forgive me. I hate this space. Sure, it is easy and convenient, but seriously, it is just not attractive. It is bland. When I thought about the possibility of us moving to a new space, though, I was sad. It was not this generic carpet. Isn't it lovely? Or this god-awful painting behind me. Or the bland lighting I was feeling a sense of loss about. This place is only a vessel. I realize if we had left this space, we would be leaving all those we have lost over the 10 or 11 years we have been here. The last place I spent with many of them. And I suppose my feeling, whatever I felt about the possibility of moving, was more so rooted in the reality that I cannot pause or stop what is coming when the what was seems to offer more than the what is yet to come. I'm wondering at this moment if perhaps maybe what has happened is a pause. The future does await, even if it comes with really bad artwork or a new space. But in the meantime, here we are, and I'm told, however, after the gathering, there will be cookies, and I will meet you over there, and we'll have some together if you like. This week, I saw a bird, and I thought it was beautiful. I felt it must have been a rare and magnificent find, so I looked it up in my cool bird book I carry with me and discovered that, in fact, it was a common and apparently a really annoying bird. And at that moment, I decided that I didn't want to look in that book anymore to see what it was, and so leave me with my ignorant, blissful beauty instead. When we got that ice storm a couple days ago or weeks ago, I kept hearing people saying that the driving really wasn't that bad. It was all those other drivers. And I realized at that moment that we are all the other drivers. A few months back, I was at the bookstore. You'll find me there a lot. And a woman came in very upset. She worked for the county, and the Ottawa Impact folks, bless their heart, had started their term and gutted departments and people and anyone they felt who stood in opposition to their agenda. And she lost many friends and was very sad. She asked if there was a pride flag that she could take. She wanted to put it on her desk as a sign of opposition. Of course, I'm gay, and I always carry pride flags in my car. So I got her a pride flag. Anyway, I began to wonder when the pride flag became more than its intent. It feels now like a statement about more than just LGBTQ plus pride. It is a shield for some folks. Sometimes it feels like a weapon. It is liberation for some. It is woke for others. It's this amalgam, and damn right, to quote someone once, you can pry it from my cold dead hands. Gauntlet thrown. And then the question, is that who I want to be? Angry, vengeful? So long ago I pushed the next movie button to move away from those tired renunciations that others cling to in their Sunday spaces. And here we are. So I am keeping a running account. More than 6,000 people have died from gun violence this year. Of those, 227 were teens and 36 were children. So many of those via suicide. There have been no deaths via drag queens. Just saying. What's up, Tennessee? Florida, how's the weather? Meanwhile, in Michigan, we just passed civil rights protections for LGBTQ Michiganders. Damn right. Pushing pause here so we can think about all that for a second. I know I'm supposed to be spiritual in this moment, and I'm sorry if I'm not. I really am hoping to learn more about what that is over the course of this series that we've just began. Looking at the title of the teaching today, if you were to ask me if everything can be spiritual, my initial thought is yes, but only if you look through that lens and live in the posture that creates the space for those moments to enter. I always hope I am open and looking. But the key idea in the question, is everything spiritual? It's not really the word spiritual, I think. It is the word can. There's no guarantees. Spaces and moments designed to be spiritual mostly are not. Only when open up, the moment occurs, and usually unexpectedly. I'll give you one of mine. I vividly remember crying happy tears, dancing and singing to the Pet Shop Boys with 100+ gay comrades and allies in the club in the early 90s. And I tell you, if that wasn't spiritual, I don't know what the hell was. Bigger than our individual small lives. Belief that something greater than the history and the moment we are in awaited us. Hope. Enlivened and full of life as we lifted each other up. And that's a spirituality I can certainly vibe with. But everything spiritual, I just don't know. When we are told we are bad people by the others, can that be a spiritual experience? A political rally with folks we don't agree with, can that be a spiritual experience? Perhaps not, I just don't know. But perhaps the experience after that can be the spiritual moment. The loss of someone is not spiritual, but perhaps the life lived after and how it transforms us can be. And it is why I raise my voice for the ones marginalized and remember the ones lost always, for they are my congregation and they are important. A spiritual moment is a powerful moment. It is why I still hope for it every day and why I push play option every day in this getting longer life with hope I can find the promise that those moments have given. Can I get an amen?